Everybody, welcome back with the Plapper. Platypus is the name, and let me introduce you to the #1 King Slime farmer killer in the entire game. Is it this S rank unit here, Fluffy? Is it Overkilling Machine, one of the most powerful physical attackers in the game? Is it Ursa Mega, a unit I have not talked about, but is very large? No. It is none other than our very own liquid metal slime. The single best unit in the game for killing king metal slimes, usurping the throne and making it his own. Why? Very, very good question. Important question. Joking aside, to be a little more serious, this is actually, in my opinion, probably the single best unit in the game for killing king slimes. No tricks needed, no items, no knick-knack paddywhacks, give a dog a bones. You just have this unit and you never ever lose a king slime ever, with one exception that he has to have MP, which I forgot to give him, but we are gamers here, so we've got juice. There you go. Take some of those. All right. But why? Why is he so good? It's actually a combination of a lot of things. So we're going to start with his abilities, right? Agility Booster 4, Agility Booster 3, and Storm Chaser. All of these are relatively equally as important, but the real important thing is to have Kaboomal and then to have 1200 agility. Once this unit passes 1200 agility, it can outspeed King Metal Slimes. But Plat, metal slimes are immune. They're immune to explosions. Yes, they are. But not only can this unit outspeed a king metal slime, this unit also has the one trait in the game that greatly increases the damage inflicted by explosive attacks. This doesn't even say what it does. This lowers the resistance of enemies to your attacks. When you do this attack, if they're immune, they're suddenly not immune anymore. They now just become like very strong to it, right? But now you can deal damage with explosive attacks because of the Ultra Crafty Banger. Now you do have to get them to level 40, and this is not a super early game metal farming thing. This is a late game farming thing. It's hard to get stats that high, to be completely honest. But you can cheese it a little bit early. Once you get to level 40s and he gets to around 800-ish agility, which is still a long way to go, you could start buying the items that you could use on your main character. I forget what they're called. They're called Accelerate Powder or something. They're going to be Accelatonic. You could do this to greatly increase the agility for 4 to 7 turns. That can let you sometimes bypass this and speed past them. But let me demonstrate. Liquid Metal Slime is the single best unit for farming king slimes in this game, and you should work once as you approach the late game in the post game and you want to start getting into the PvP where you want to start building a lot of units. This should be your first unit to build, because you're going to want to be able to get all your units to level 100 pretty easily, and this is the way to do it. I might also throw in a quick guide on how to farm king metal slimes here at the end, just to make the video a little bit longer so it's not short. But we got one here in front of us, which is why I started the video in the pause screen. Let us go. Yeah! Got him. Now look it. This is very important. The game is going to crash because that is what Dragon Quest Tact does. This is not Dragon Quest Tact. That is what this game does. But when we log back in, as long as we're not getting fucked by the goddamn crashes of this goddamn game, then we're going to be all good. Right where I left him. So he does seem to stay. Okay. Well, that's good. So he didn't despawn or anything, but still. All right. That's why I don't turn autosave off. Turn off autosave for this or that reason. No! The game crashes too much. I'm not doing it. All right. I have to use my... All right. This is all going according to plan, man. All right. Look at it. Still, it's easy. All you got to do is make sure your guy fucking has MP, and then you're all set. There you go. Sage's Elixir. He has MP. He outspeeds them all. He kaboomals. They all get dealt 55-ish damage. They all die. We have an experience belt on. We just get 1.1 million experience like it's nobody's goddamn business, okay? You could get even more if you use your bumper ball bonus. Boom, look at that. Look at that. These were level 70s. Now they're level 80s. 10 levels for everyone in the squad. Just like that. Do that 2-3 times. You go from level 1 to 100. just like that. So let's actually run through the route really quick. I'll edit that first part out, but we'll still run through the route that I will do. Not until I find one. We'll do one loop, and usually we'll find one in a loop. But I want to kind of show you. This is lifted. This route is one I lifted from Game 8. This is the one that I saw in them, and honestly, it's very easy, and it is very consistent. So, this is late game, all right? And it's actually even better, and you're more likely to find more of these after your completed post-game. There's 4 bosses in the post-game. After you defeat the 4th boss, it like 10x's the spawn rate of King Metal Slimes. That might be an exaggeration. It feels like 10x. I don't actually know. But we're going to go to the Circle of Conquest, upper echelon, go to Hopeful Haven. We're basically going to zoom 4 times. We're just going to zoom to each location where a King Metal Slime spawns. And then we are going to kill them. So who knows? We probably won't see any on a pass through. It's not uncommon to see 1 or 2 on a pass through, but also it hasn't been uncommon to find 0. So we turn around. We're going to turn around basically every time we do it. And we're just going to run and head left. If you're looking at the map, we're running left of the, yeah, right there. Boom. What do you know? So like if Circle of Conquest, it's on the ground. So you travel to the Hopeful Haven and it's below the tower basically. And then the guy will spawn always right here. And we'll kill him, but we're going to continue the route. But keep in mind, after you find a unit, you want to stop and skip to the next area. We're going to go to 2 different areas because once you find a King Metal Slime, I was told, in an area. Oh, we don't have the juice for it. Well, that's my bad. It's all right. We're here to show off, but not show off like that. Normally, because when I started it, he had fucking like 500 mana, right? I didn't think about filling them back up because normally I go back to synthesize after 2 times going through, but for the YouTube video. So if in case one shows up, let's give him some more juice. I look like a fucking scrub right now. There you go. There you go. I'll buy more. So after one spawns, I don't think any more can spawn. But so that one shows up there. Then we are going to go to the Shrine of Power Northwest. And I'll go stand exactly where they spawn. So that way, if you run all the way to where I'm at, you'll see. You won't have to run quite as far as I'm running to see if something spawns. So if you're going for optimal pathing, you'll want to not go as far. But I'm going to run to where they spawn. That way you can know where to look, you know? As if you saw them and we're going to run into them. Also, there's an egg up there. I wonder how I get up there. Oh, look at that. My God. This is actually crazy luck. We'll just run them into the corner. They all spawn in spots where it's really hard for them to get away. But as long as they don't surprise you, you get it every time. He kaboomles. He kills everything. I've never seen him do less than 51 damage. And look how little that Prism Peacock is. It's actually kind of crazy, isn't it? There we go. There's a bunch more levels. I mean, that one was only 1 King Metal Slime, and it still gave us almost 10 levels. It gave us like 5, 6 levels. I gotta start farming eggs too. All right, so after you get that one, we're gonna teleport to the southeast. And so, sorry for the map on this one. Let's just kind of take a look. You see the river, like the little puddle of water there. You're gonna go past it, and to go to the right, in between the 2 crevices there on the other side of the water. And then boom, he'll be right there. And then southeast, and keep in mind, if you have not beaten the 4th boss of the game yet, the spawn rates are way down. It's possible you could do it, but I had to do like 3 to 5 rotations all the way through to find 1 spawn of them, right? And then if you're not prepared to kill them, I mean, it's still more efficient to farm experience that way if you're farming experience, but I wouldn't do that if you're trying to synthesize a bunch of stuff. It's more to give you, I would say do it if you're looking for a power boost to help you clear the post game. All right, so the same thing here with this same puddle of water. We're going to go to the right of it. We're just going to walk right past the right. And we already know there's not one here because we could have seen it. But he'll spawn right about here. Right in this little corner. And then after we check this location, we're going to teleport, go over one to the Circle of Temper, head down to the Cubic Quarry. So we're going to check a total of 5 spots. And of that 5 spots, I've already found them twice, which is actually kind of crazy. Or 3 times because I just did it on one of the spots before, and then I ran into 2 more, and I wasn't ready to kill them, but that's okay. All right, so again, we're going to turn around. This is the most fun one for sure. We're going to jump. I actually like jumping a little bit to the left here because there's a guy that spawns right there, and jumping on him is kind of annoying. And then you walk here and then jump over onto this ramp and then jump here, and he will spawn directly here. On the map, it's going to be right to the left of that little pillar that you can see there. And then we're going to take a hard right. This is the one we don't zoom to check because there's no closer zoom. Also, this is the most annoying one to check because you can run into a fight and it can cause them to despawn, I think, if you're too close. But if you're doing this in fall, Hell Ninos, or whatever these are, I think they're Hell Ninos, they run away. So we're going to run over this pillar and then right down here on the island. Let's make sure we have enough. We do. Right here on the island. I'll show you on the map, but let's just kill this motherfucker while we're at it. As you can see, this is a crazy amount. This is actually like, now that I'm doing this, it's more than when the camera was off. I spent like 10 minutes looking for one to start the video, and then the game immediately crashed. But there we go. Not quite a million experience, you know, 783,000. But like we brought our units up from 70 to 96. Like I'm over in a 13-minute video, and that's with a crash in the middle of it, right? So it's very, very, very quick to level things to 100. Really no hassle at all. I mean, it's a little bit of a hassle, but not that much. But let's take a look at the map here so I can show you exactly where we're at. So we're going to go right here. This is the island. So, right, you spawn on top of this pillar here. You run down to the far left, kind of like, but a little bit up. I showed you there. And then you kind of take a right and you cross that path and you go into this. So is there a faster route than that? I don't know. That route seems very optimal, honestly. If there's a better route for more spawns, let me know, but I'd be surprised. But after that, you go back to the Hopeful Haven and you just do it again. We'll run to the one more spawn. That way we have run a complete circle. Plus, who knows? It's kind of addictive a little bit to like look and be like, oh shit, there's another one. So I guess this is a Metal King farming guide, but the highlight of it was really about, the whole video idea was supposed to be about the liquid metal slime being so good at this job. And he is. He's legitimately the best. Earlier on, you could do things like just get lucky, basically. Try to stun people in the beginning. Okay, and this guy would spawn right about here. Boom. So, that's it. That's how you farm metal slimes. Liquid metal slime is the best. You guys hopefully got to see. As long as you don't get surprised, which I think is unlikely with 1200 agility. This guy just kills them all. He's literally perfectly built from the ground up to kill King Metal Slimes. He outspeeds them. He can get rid of their immunity, and he can hit AoE at the same time. The only downside is once he reaches level 100, he doesn't fully heal his own MP in between fights. So after every 2 routes or every time you get low, just make sure to go back and heal the MP. Unlike me, who forgot. But that's it. Much love. Use this to get to level 100 fast and then start breeding yourself some PvP teams with max stats. Peace out. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you next time.